Okay, for the second part here, I want to show you how to get pictures into these rectangles, right? Each of these rectangles, if I click it, it's 10 and change by 14 and change. Let's call it 11 by 15 picas. If you're working in inches on your computer, you can go to Edit, Preferences, and then Units and Increments, and you can change it from inches over to picas. I prefer to work in picas. We're going to be working in picas a lot for yearbook stuff, so leave it in picas. I want to go to 11 by 15 on here, okay? That's just what that size is. To get these pictures, I put them in a folder for you in Students Uploaded. So I'm going to go over to Multimedia, and then Foothill, Students Uploaded, and they're right here called from that date to a couple days ago, and then 16 Playmakers it's called in here. Here are all the pictures. I just used a macro lens. I just took a picture of various spots on the layout, okay? So you're going to need all these. So what you can do is just simply grab them all. Control A, and then Control C to copy. You're going to copy them all. I'm going to go back over to where I'm working, which is I'm using period 0 for this example. And I'm putting it back in here, and then here I can make a new folder. I'm going to call it Images. Because I just don't like my folder junked up with a whole bunch of stuff, all different types of files. I can't find anything. I'm going to put them all in one folder. Imagine it's like a filing cabinet, and then I'm going to put them in here. So I'll copy and paste them in there. So I have copies of all of them, okay? So there are the pictures. I can go to View. I can go to Large Icons. So look at them that way. I can go to View. I'm right mouse clicking. I can go to Extra Large, look at them that way. So let's say I want this picture here. See this guy right here? He's going to be going in the upper left corner on the layout. So I need to open that one in Photoshop. I can go to right mouse click, open with Photoshop. If you cannot do that, then you could just simply go to Photoshop and then go to File, Open, and then navigate over to your folder that you're working in. Okay, so this is it right here. I just made one called Images, and then there they are. I can look at them this way too, and let's say I want that picture. Okay, so let's say it's open, and we said I want 11 by 15. Is that right? I can't remember. So 11 by 15 on my InDesign on here. So I'm rounding up. I'm rounding up, make it a little tiny bit bigger. So 11 by 15. So in Photoshop, I'm going to use my crop tool. I want to change this over to width, height, resolution. I want it to be, and I've been here already today testing it out, 11 pica, P-I-C-A, by 15 pica. It's a lot easier than using, 1.37521 inches, but what is that? I don't what. Use picas. And then by 300 resolution, I'm going to put this best I can on the picture. I can tilt it because I didn't take the pictures very straight. I can put this just where I want. It's not going to be exact. You see the picture? It's pretty close. We're just learning how to do this, so I don't need to be exact necessarily, just pretty close. Like that. I'm going to hit the check or the enter button on my keyboard, and then I'll go over here. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and then here I'm going to call that _edit. Okay, I know it's number 1 _edit. It's going into the same folder, Images, it's save, and then 12 standard. It's done. I can close it. I can go back to InDesign. Now highlight the rectangle and then go to File, Place. If you don't highlight the rectangle, it's going to put it in a loaded icon. It'll have to be placed somewhere on here, but if you highlight it, it'll place it in the one that's highlighted. So I'm going to File, Place, and then I'm looking for the one in my folder I'm working out of, and here, I put it in Images, and here's the one that says Edit. Okay, you can also go to View Details also, and if you hit Date Modified, it'll put the latest ones you just did at the top. That's another way to do it too. That's the one I want, and it goes right in there. Perfect. Okay, let's say I do the one below it. I'll do these two. The rest you guys can do. They're all the same. But because if you notice in the layout, some of these pictures are there's 2 in one picture, and I think this one goes down to here. So I'm gonna go back over to my pictures, and you see the one down below. So I took a picture of it. Pretty. Where is it? Oh, right here. Thank you. So that's the one. So right mouse click. I can open with Photoshop. Thanks for the help. And then here, I'm going to turn. It's already set. I can do all of them now because everything's set the way I want. I can just do over and over and over and get all the pictures set. I'm going to straighten that thing out. I'm going to get that cropped down. to the right size, and then move it up. Alright, now for these I'm actually using the bottom of the first one and the top of the next one, just like that, so it's, you know, so it looks pretty good on there. It's going to be pretty close, because they're really, it's one picture with the border between it. That's what's going on. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Save As. I'm going to put, this is number 2. I'm going to put underscore edit. And then that's all the same stuff. It remembers your last command, so that's all good. I'm going to go back over to, by the way, on my keyboard, I'm holding the Alt button with my thumb, and then I'm hitting the Tab button. And it will tab to whatever I have open. I have a lot of stuff open. So that's how you get from one to the other without having to click everywhere. Anyway, I click in here. Control D on my keyboard is the same as going to File, Place. I don't like to go to all this. I like to go to the keyboard commands if I can. So I'll Control D with that highlighted. I'm going to find the one that, see, it's at the top because I put it in order by date modified. It makes it super easy to work because I want to work fast. I don't want to spend all day on this. I want to just get this stuff done, go to the next thing I have to do. So there it is. So there's this guy, his arm. That's how it's going to be built. It's pretty cool. So next, I want to talk about placing text in here. I did it once, but I'm going to show it again real quick. At the text tool, I'm going to, if I turn on my grid again, go to normal, you can see where it is. I'm going to put it exactly right there and draw a text frame from there to there. And then I happen to know that I want to make it about size 10, just so it looks a little bit. I'll put it 9. And I'm going to go to Type, Fill with Placeholder Text. And there are no English words in here that are discernible, really. You might have a couple Spanish or Italian words maybe by accident, but it's just a bunch of junk. It's called placeholder text. It's not anything, really. So anyway, that's that. Next, I made a picture that goes in that layout just right. And I need to get to that layout real quick to show you because I don't have it handy. So I'll just go to it. And so here it is, and instructions, and here. So this layout, you see in the text frame here, in this text frame, and you guys can deal with putting the red and black text up top. That's easy to do. I'll just bring it down and show you. But these two guys here, they're like cutouts. Okay, these two guys right here, Maradona and Seco, maybe, whoever that is. So I'm going to show you how to do that and do the text wrapping. Hardest thing I'm going to teach you pretty much all year because it's just, you got to, it's easy to mess it up and watch how you do it. You're going to see, oh, that's how they do text wrapping in books. I'm going to show you how to do it. So I already made that picture, I think the right size. I'm going to put it there and also I'll show you what's going on. So there's my text on here. I'm going to click on nothing here. I'm not going to fill anything. I'm going to click, make sure nothing's selected. I'm going to go to Control D to place. And it's this one with the letter A on it. And if yours are cut off like that, you can take this line between date modified and name. You can go up there, that little line there, get a double arrow and drag it over. You can see it. That's the one. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm going to place that one. And there it is. I'm just going to click. Don't click on one of these items. It'll put it inside of it. You want to just click on nothing. Just click. And then there it is. I already sized it. It's ready to go. So here it is. Oops. Now you want to stay away from the middle. Stay away from the middle circle on there, just so you can grab it and put it in the right spot. Okay, so I think I like it right there. So next, I need to send it to the back. What I did on my keyboard command was I went to Object, Arrange, and you can send it to the front. You can go to Object, Arrange, Send to Back. What I did was I went Control Shift Open Bracket because I don't like to go up here and do all that. I just like to do it fast. And certain things that I do in InDesign a lot, over and over and over, I just learned the keyboard commands. And if you find yourself doing something over and over and over, you might want to look and see if there is a keyboard command for it. Some things don't have a keyboard command. So like these down here, there's nothing. But some things do have them. Some are complicated. You got to press 4 keys for this one. I don't ever use that one. I don't know. All right. So the ones I do use, though, I know how to use them. So I'm going to click on this thing. I'm going to send it to the back. And then this text, like I said, you guys can fill in the top part of this. I'm just going to bring the text down. Again, it's just placeholder. It's just junk text. It's pretend. Okay, I just brought it down so another space for you to put your couple headlines in that red line or whatever it is. Next, I want to make this a 2-column. It's 2 columns, not 1. It's 2 columns in the layout. You see how it's 1, 2. So on your computer, I'm going to show you where that is. The text frame is highlighted. Go over to your, if you're in Essentials, you're going to go over here and then scroll down. And if you have, sometimes it might be buried under these little dots. You might have to hit the dot to open up more stuff. Okay, but you're looking for text frame, and then this little one right here, those are your columns. Watch what happens if I click on it. Now it made it 2 columns. That made it 3 columns. See how that works? And you have an option for a gutter in between also, and how big or small the gutter is. Okay, I'll leave it at 1. So I want it to be 2 columns. It's 2. Okay. Next, I want the picture to have a text frame around it. So right now, I've got my text frame on top of the picture. I can't click on it unless I hold down my control button on my keyboard, which you can't see, but that's my control button I'm pressing now. Now I can click on the picture. So you're telling the computer you want the next thing down in the layer that you have, okay? So I have the picture selected here. I want to go to select the text wrapping. I want to go to Window, Text Wrap, okay? And here's my text wrap palette. I want to go to the second one over. It's called Wrap Around the Bounding Box. There's a bounding box. I want to wrap around that. So now the text goes like that. It goes around the whole, it goes around the whole thing like that. But I want the text to go around and fit it. I want to have it hug against the shoulders of these guys, just so. All right, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Control plus on my keyboard is allowing me to zoom in. Okay, so this text, this picture is set for text wrapping right now. And then I can go to this white arrow button. And then if you notice, those little handles, they go from a bigger square, they go to the little tiny squares. That's why I zoomed in too. But now I can take this and bring these down, and it's going to affect where the text goes. But I need more than just 4. I need more of them. So I need to go down to, and by default using the pen tool right here, I want to add anchor points. I want to add anchor points. Add anchor point tool is the perfect tool for that. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to add. I'm just putting little handles on this around this thing so I can adjust it just right. All right, I'll just do the left side first. Then I'm going to get the white arrow button again, and I can take this. I can bring that in. I can bring this one in. So you see what's happening to the text. It's kind of forcing itself to go up to, you know, the bodies of that. That's the right side. This text is not force justified, but it's pretty close to looking good like that. It's just going to that. If I do this side, I'm going to go back to get my plus sign over here again and put some more handles here. Put them down here. And then we get my white arrow button. So it's a lot of remembering which button and which tool. You know what? I'm sorry, you're going to have to go back to this video to look at it, unless you want to just take some notes. Once you do it a lot, it'll become second nature to you. So when you're doing layouts and stuff for the yearbook, you just do it a lot, and there you go. And this one I can put like that. So you see how it's wrapping around like that? I can go to preview, and I'll back out a little bit. So click off of everything. That's how that works. That's how you do text wrapping. You put a picture there, and you can give it a bounding box, and you put handles on it, and you bring them into the edge of your image. There's an automatic setting you can do for certain things to kind of automate and see. I don't know if it's going to work well on this one or not. I've never really used it in the newest version. I've never seen that blue thingy here. I wonder if it's going to even work. So, but I'm not going to try it. So this is that. I wanted to show you how to put the pictures on there. I wanted to show you how to put that little picture there with the text wrapping with the text. And that's what I want to show you in this one. The rest of it is all repeat. This is all, look, it's the same thing for all these. You know how to put text in there now. This red line I went over in the other video to put it on there, to put the red line in there, I believe. Just put a red line, make it thick, make it the same as the other one. Okay, fake text where you need it to make it look the same. And once the pictures are all in there, it's going to look just like that. It'll look pretty cool. So if you have a question, let me know, and I can't wait to see your work.